Bet you didn't know that dragons were related to cats. Greetings and salutations everyone, I'm Ekamac. This is Let's Play Spyro 3 Reignited. In the last episode we... Hello Dave. In the last episode we defeated the boss of the Sunrise Gardens, is it? No, that can't be it. Sunrise Spring. And in this episode, well... we have this little cretin. And I bet I seem to recall him traveling in such a way that you won't be able to hit him with a super flame power up and bypass the whole Honzaza, but yeah. No, the real point of this episode is this.
Ah, my good friend Spyro. The sorceress caught this naughty bird letting off rockets in her fireworks factory, but I'm willing to release him into your custody, provided you pay his outstanding fines.
Forget about it.
Oh dear, Spyro, you really should pay up. I think he's pining for the fjords.
Monty Python reference. Because why not?
Ah, my good friend Spyro. Ha ha! What a sucker! But that is... It's a far, far better thing you do today, Spyro, than you have ever done. And, well, so forth, etc. You get the idea.
Sergeant Bird, 90068. Awaiting orders, sir.
I think you'll have to find your commanding officer for that. Hey, what are those things?
These are the latest military hardware. BBX-9 rocket launchers, state of the art.
So why didn't you use them to escape?
Because I have limited ammo, and I wanted to conserve it. For this. Say, where'd you come from? I thought dragons had all been dead for 1,000 years or something.
Well, the rumors of our extinction were slightly exaggerated. We just wanted a little peace and quiet.
Well, if it's peace and quiet you want, you should stay clear of my homeworld for a bit. I reckon I'll be blowing up Rhinox for weeks. Cheerio!
Well, there we go. I do not recall the military get everyone up in the morning anthem being in the original version, but I do like I think they did a nice touch with making all of his rockets high definition. And yes, Moneybags doesn't learn that it never works out for him to let the animals out. Which is fortunate, because if he did learn, then we'd be kind of screwed for 100% completion, wouldn't we?
I have to train the hummingbirds. They must be in peak physical condition if we're going to take on the sorceress.
Yeah. Actually, interesting little touch with the Ace of Spades on his hat.
Sir, the situation is this. Yesterday, at 1845 hours, the Rhinox invaded. We defended as best we could, sir. But without your leadership, we couldn't put up an effective resistance. By 1900 hours, the rest of the squad was captured, and the Rhinox had complete control of the base.
But yeah, penguins cannot fly. Unless they are this penguin, in which case apparently he was raised by these hummingbirds, and that somehow gave him the ability to fly. Oh. Well, I feel bad for that ladybug, but it gave me an extra life. Excuse me, sir. Well, I got that cage open. The thing about these guys is that they use ranged attacks to make up for the fact that you can just fly anywhere.
Thank you, sir.
Free the other hummingbird soldiers.
recommend you take the enemy out with your rockets by pressing the attack button, sir.
Sure, why not? And we can knock these out of the sky. But we can't destroy the big metal chests. Just like with Spyro, we've got to find a slightly more effective way to deal with them. I'm not doing a particularly good job being a penguin, am I? That can't be a common phrase used in gaming at all.
Sir, I've captured the enemy rations. They won't march far on empty stomachs.
This isn't a ration.
Sir, the Rhinox have blocked the way out of this next cave with a security door, and I don't think you'll be able to blast your way through this one. I recommend you land on the weights and carry them to the pressure-sensitive security switches on either side of the door. When in position, press the charge button to drop the weight. Press the action button once to look down, and press it again to look up, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Tutorial Hummingbird. Okay, this is definitely fancier looking than the original version was. Wrong button. Pardon me, sir. Pardon me, listeners. There we go. And because we can, I want to drop it on a gopher. There is a skill point for gopher demolition, but apparently I suck. Yeah, they move very quickly. It's going to be very difficult to actually hit the little gophers.
Request permission to cheer, sir! Hip hip hooray!
You need an aerial attack to deal with them. Hence, why I'm hoping that sooner or later we'll get more people with ranged attacks. Misguided guided missiles, right? Now we just collect some treasure. I do quite like Sergeant Bird's new music though.
Keep fighting a good fight, sir. We're almost there, and I'm, right behind you.
In spirit. And yeah, Sergeant Bird has his strafe flight. So, let's do a little test. Set the camera to active mode. And... nope, they removed it from this version. In the original Spyro, if you used anything that can strafe, be it Sergeant Bird, Agent 9 or the certain tank that Spyro can fly in the very last world.
Reporting for duty, sir.
Carry on, good man. But yeah, whenever you had the chance to strafe around, the camera would actually snap around to face this direction. For some unexplainably daft reason, they thought that was a good idea. It isn't. It just gives me one extra reason to prefer the passive mode over the... prefer passive to active mode. Oh, looky here. Bombs away. And actually, if you look here, you can see the area we started in right there. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to start dropping bombs on these silver chests. And to get the loot inside. Oh wait. No man left unshot.
Mission accomplished. It's great to have you back, sir.
Yeah, what can we say? It's a very exhausting process. I actually can't remember whether you can hurt yourself with those bombs. I'm not particularly in the mood to test that. Important note, go back for that. Whoop! Hello.
I'm ready to be debriefed, sir.
Well, that's kind of a cheeky effect, rather than actually having very high frame rate. They just have low frame rates and slight blurs to indicate that it's actually moving rapidly fast. And it's not always there. Maybe this is just my capture card mangling the effect. Also, I'm quite certain that if you tried to have hummingbirds raise a penguin in real life, penguin would not be able to get to fly. I know it's a video game and I shouldn't be taking this seriously, but some days you just want to complain. Or point out the obvious. Oh man. Okay, let's stop mucking about and actually do this the right way. I think he's actually moving faster on foot than by flying, but maybe I'm just not paying attention. I do like that they kept the original effect of not having him land when carrying bombs and just hovering very slightly over the bottom of the ground. That's nice. What's less nice is what I did to that gopher. Just checking. Never be sure. We have... Oh, I thought it was a gem, but no, it's a bit too active to be just a gem, isn't it? Wait a minute. I heard someone squawk at me. And since I'm feeling especially cheeky with this last one, goodbye. Limited ammo, my butt. Nowhere will be left undemolished. And now we gather the spoils of war, naturally. These ladybugs keep tricking me into thinking that they're gems. How many people can claim to have made that mistake? Well, actually, have a look at the map on the side there. Sergeant Bird kind of goes crazy when you're in the triangle targeting mode for bombs. Probably don't need these. Actually, you know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of those bomber eagles in Zephyr. Yeah, kind of a weird chain of thought, really. But now we have these hazards. And now,
Before I was captured, I recovered this egg from the enemy, sir.
at least you know that they aren't food. And that one's a repeated animation, and it still bugs me how they didn't quite capture the spirit of the... I don't care, I'm on the way out of here. Now then, Sparks. Alright, for a moment I was thinking, did I really leave something in the first area? No, but I did leave something undemolished up here. Wait, 2001. Important note to self. Be sure to go back to Midday Gardens and complete it. Don't just pick up treasure here and there, because that 2001 just feels like a wrong number to me. Even if 2001 was actually a very good game for decade year for gaming. Not that I know off the top of my head what came out then.
Don't worry, I'll have the hummingbirds whipped into shape in no time. Tally-ho, Spyro! I'm sure I'll see you around.
Having Sergeant Bird unlocked is actually very important, considering how many levels will involve him now. 2001. But yes, let's do some treasure hunting, shall we? Sergeant Bird, we need you again! Nah, we don't actually need him for that. This is something we need the super flame power up for. So let's deal with that ASAP. Because as sure as God made green earth, I'm gonna forget if I don't do it ASAP. Actually, one saying I remember is, as sure as eggs is eggs. Surer, in fact, on account of eggs not always being what they seem. Where did I read that? Hunter? Why is Hunter here? Hunter, I forget, why are you here?
Hey, Spyro! Zoe told me that if we hit that doodad up there, the portal will open. Why don't you try spitting this rock at it?
Oh. Okay.
I'll see you in there later.
Which we will, actually. I remember quite clearly that... I don't remember what the level's called, actually, but I do remember that it's another one of those areas with escape paths, which means Hunter's going to be there waiting for us. Oh.
I've assessed the situation. We need 5 brave souls to operate the whirligig.
Whirligig sounds like such a strange contraption to me. Is it an actual thing? I don't know. Do I look intelligent to you? I'm just a gamer. And the ice physics are back, and they are quite frustrating. We do leave little footprints in the snow, although they look a bit more like handprints, don't they? You can't charge on the ice, you can't jump on the ice, you can just breathe fire on the ice. Heck, you can't even... It's quite the trial to just slow down on the ice. You know, I'd be a lot less inclined to mentally complain about the designs of baby dragons if they had kept in that one little detail. I liked being able to send them up like rockets. It made grinding for lives actually entertaining because you get to see the rocket rabbits. And yes, I do have a right to abuse rabbits because they are a feral species in Australia. Seriously, the sort of damage people did before they realized.
If you see ladders or walls that look climbable, just jump onto them and you'll grab them with your claws.
Before people realize the danger of an introduced species. I remember there was a push at one point to introduce an Easter bilby to Australia rather than Easter rabbit because, well, obviously we don't like rabbits here. So have a bilby that's delivering the chocolate eggs instead. I don't think it got anywhere though. Problem with being too high def, making it look like there's a secret passage there. There's a spark signpost. Okay, here we go. $20 gems. Actually, I have to wonder, how does Zoe know that the portal would open if you hit it with the doodad? And also, aren't there supposed to be animals at the front of each of these portals to say, hey, could you open up this portal for me by finding more dragon eggs for me? Or did I miss that because I didn't talk to them in my first time in the area? Actually, they probably didn't. That probably was a detail in the original, wasn't it? Because they wouldn't need it. They just need it to happen once in the first world, and then you know if I ever see a portal that isn't fixed, then I just need to get more dragon eggs for it. And Sparks is dancing. So, well, I'd say we've got a pretty good distance in this one. Which means, next time on Let's Play Spyro 3, we have a world to finish in the first. We've got to Okay, that is a pretty even number, I'll admit it. 2225. Wait, no. 2225, yeah. That is a nice evenish number, even though it's odd. But yeah, I want to get back to my ends in a zero totals. So, until next time guys, take care, I'll see you all around.